Hello ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'd finished what I was doing here at the factory today, where I work, and was about to take a little ride home and noticed it was absolutely peeing it down with rain. Now this Muppet, yes, this Muppet here, he forgot to put his mudguard on his bike. Here's the bracket where the mudguard lives, and here is the space where the mudguard should be. But as you can see, the more observant among you will notice it's not there. So this bike tends to throw up a lot of muck and a lot of dirt right up my back, and that is the last thing I want trickling down into my cycling shorts and going into my lovely underpants. So I've had a little bit of an A-team moment, or a little bit of a MacGyver moment. I've gone around the factory and I've collected together a load of bits and bobs which I think might help me to make a mudguard. So this is going to be a really interesting experiment. It might be something you can do at work if you get stuck without a mudguard and you need to quickly cobble one together. So we're going to see how well this works. I've got an idea in my head of how I'm going to do this, but we'll see how well it works. So what I've got here is I found this empty milk bottle in a bin. That is going to be my mudguard. Now what I'm intending to do is take my trusty paint pen and mark up this bottle like that all the way around the edge. I'll show you when I've done it. I'm going to leave some material here on this side, but I'm going to cut it away from the other side and basically like split the bottle in half. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a hole in this side, just puncture a little hole in there. I'm not sure whether we've got any drills in the factory here today. I think they're out on site, so I'm going to have to make it with a knife, which I have both Stanley knife, or sorry, crafting knife, but this one's actually made by Stanley, so it technically is a Stanley knife, scissors, and my lovely Schrade blade that I've got here, which is one of my favourite knives and is extremely good for cutting packaging and stuff that I need to do at work, and it's also good at shearing off cable insulation and, well, pretty much anything really. Anything that can be cut can usually be cut with this, and it also looks pretty cool. So I'm going to cut the bottle in two halves, make a hole in this side, use these nuts and bolts, these M6 nuts and bolts that I've got lying around in the factory, and I'm going to bolt it to where the mudguard should be, and then I'm going to use the other half of the bottle as best I can to make an extension for the mudguard to try and get it as far over that back wheel as I possibly can. I've also got some gaffer tape, or insulate duct tape I think it is. This is duct tape, isn't it? Which will be useful. I'm going to use that to kind of form a decent structure, and there you go. We'll see what happens. So this is the bottle, all marked up. I've done it freehand. As you can see, I've made some mistakes where I've decided to change the positioning and stuff. That dot there, although kind of confusing now because of all the other marks I've made on this bottle, that's where I'm going to drill my little hole to mount it onto the mounting bracket, which will fit through this orifice here. I'm going to cut it in such a way as to leave the entirety of that circle there, because that will give it more strength to the structure, so hopefully it won't bend and wobble as much. And then as you can see, I'm going to cut it around like that, again giving it strength on this edge, because it's got to support all the weight of this mudguard going all the way along there. And I'm going round the bottom at the top. I've left that lump there because I'm thinking of mounting the next section on top. So I want to again leave some structural integrity on the base, and then I'll go all the way around, and then that should offer me some material left over on the back to form the rest of the mudguard. So we'll start cutting and see what happens. So now we're at stage 2. I've cut the bottle in half. Not the nicest work I've ever done, but we're not winning points for aesthetics today, we're winning points for practicality and innovation. And once I'd cut the bottle into the shape that I wanted, as you can see, I left material here for strength, and also on the end to kind of bolster that design. I made the holes in the side with the big knife, and I used the Stanley blade to cut the bottle. Then I threaded this bolt through, which will fit on the bracket on the back of the bike, and it will be finished off on the inside with a nut. I'm not going to use any washers because I don't really think it's necessary for this particular project. If you don't have, just drop me nut. Oh, me nuts. If you don't have bolts and nuts to attach this onto your bike, I was thinking all you could do is cut a curve that's sort of similar in shape to your seat post in both the top and the bottom of the opening here. You could probably leave a bit more material on the back like that, and then all you have to do is push it up against your seat post where the curve would be and tape it on with something. Even masking tape I think would last in the wet weather long enough probably to get you home. All you need, most people need, is about 30 minutes, don't they, to get home. For those of us who have to go a lot further, then unfortunately it probably would fall off with masking tape, but if you've got anything better like standard office tape or duct tape like this, it would definitely stay on. Okay then, so that's the top half, and then the bottom half I've cut and shaped as well, so that is going to fit on the back. It's going to go handle to the rear like that, and I've cut that in that particular way, leaving part of the base there, that lump at the base, so the two lumps of the base clip together, and I'm going to attach them by tape possibly, or maybe a small nut and bolt. I haven't decided yet, whatever works better. If I attach them with tape, it'll probably be more streamline and less heavy, but it's probably more likely to come off in the rain, so I don't know yet. I'm not decided, but as you can see, it's extremely lightweight and aero, so you're going to be seeing all the road racers using these in the future. Right, I'll carry on and show you what I've got in a second. It's getting exciting. Yes. Well, it's on. Looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, so bolts through and the nuts on it. The amount that I'd left here probably wasn't enough to support this structure. It started to bend, so I've just braced it with a piece of tape, and I've taken a piece of tape over across the top to pull the back end up, and I've stuck in another piece of milk bottle plastic in a triangle shape underneath as like a support, so it's like a bridge support, so the pressure will be pulling up in this direction. Yeah, I'm pretty much a genius basically. Then I stuck this one down with tape as well on the underneath. I had to come a bit further back than I liked. I might actually modify that in a second, because I think I can get it to extend even further than that. Initially it was drooping, but now I've fixed the back end, it'll probably work better. And then I've just put this little additional flap of the base on the end. So give me a second, I'll adjust it, and then you can see the final finished product. It's looking pretty good, isn't it, if I do say so myself. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Reginald Scott here. Just wanted to do a quick product review. What we have here is the latest in mudguard technology. This is a really fine product. It's called an Saver 3000 Pro Sport Pro model. Basically this is the latest one from an Italian company called Faiconi, and they produce these really beautifully decorated and finely constructed ultra aero, super light mudguards for the race market. So if you're a pro racer, or you're someone who has aspirations to do a lot of racing on, custom made road bikes or those ultralight carbon frame bikes, this is the mudguard for you. Okay, this mudguard boasts that it is made of the lightest materials on the market. There are no other mudguards on the market quite as light as this one. As you can see, the material is ultra thin, giving you, a blade-like appearance, and it obviously going to cut through the air really easily and really quickly. It also comes in these attractive colors. We have a silver background here, and obviously you can have this fully customized. At the moment I've got a yellow series of clouds firing lightning bolts down, highlighting the Pro, the first Pro on the Pro Sport Pro series. Obviously the Extra Pro is really important because the 2000 Pro Sport model didn't have this additional Pro flap at the back, which is professionally sport protected from all the mud and shit. So there you go, that's really important. The Extra Pro gives pro performance on this particular mudguard series. So I am the only person in the UK currently who can sell these. If you would like one, the retail price is $49.99. I know it sounds quite a lot for a mudguard, but obviously when you're getting aerospace technology like this, ultra lightweight and fully customized as well, you can really understand why the price tag is so high. If you would like an order of these, I sell them in packs of 10. So just send a check to Reginald Scott at this channel, and you can be assured that within 5 or 6 weeks I will have sent you at least one of these back in any color or this sort of setup you want. So there you go, it sounds like a great deal. $49.99, like I said, sold in packs of 10. Just place your orders with me here on this channel, and you can be a proud owner of the Ass Saver 3000 Pro Sport Pro. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Reginald Scott signing out. Hello ladies and gentlemen, just a quick update. I've received an email from Fakeoni about the Pro Sport Pro, and they're saying an exclusive offer for everyone who watches my channel. If you send me the order to the Reginald Scott YouTube page and you include the discount code Pro Sport Pro Scott Pro Scott Pro Scott Sport Reginald Sport Pro Sport, you can actually get this model on its own. You don't have to buy the pack of 10. Same great price, $49.99, and you will get the additional Pro Sport V-Flap edition, which gives you just a little bit more protection than the original Pro Sport Pro series of the 300 group. So there you go, great deal from Fakeoni. Get your orders in. Remember that discount code, enter it correctly, and you will get one of these with the new Pro Flap for the great price of $49.99. Thank you for watching, and have a really dry day. Looking forward to getting the first orders for the Pro series. Thank you very much.